Hey, whack people. This is the OCT, Octavius Haye, and I want to thank you for tuning in to our page today. We greatly appreciate it. If you are listening to the podcast, you can also find it on Podbean. The link will be in the description. And if you listen to our music, you can also listen on SoundCloud and DatPiff. Both links will be in the description also. And as always, please remember to like the video, leave a comment, and to subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit that notification button so you're informed every time we drop new content. Now enjoy this whack wisdom. I am whacking off. Yeah. Talk whack.
Good marriage, man. Everybody not built for marriage, though, unfortunately. And Drake is really good at taking advantage of that. Sleeping with women. He slept with the singer Naomi Sharon. He had asked her to come to the studio to work on his new album, Certified Lover Boy. She came out there with her boyfriend, but I guess they had some private time in the studio, which led to her getting served, man, a Canadian stick, man. And
pump it up.
Yeah, he did say that, bro. Should have known, man. So her man actually is the one who came out and said it, and said that she cheated and he's not with her no more. And so what's up, E, man? You think that Drake is wrong? You think she's wrong? You think the nigga's wrong or lame? What's up? For outing her?
This is nobody's being out of character. This is what he does, right?
It is what he does.
It's what he do.
She was out of character. They was together for 8 years. They was engaged, man.
This is opportunistic. It probably is. How many opportunities to get flued? Because I heard he got flued out with her, right?
Yeah.
Which is even more like, we go.
I know, right?
He was on some groupie shit first, and then this happens. It hurts. I probably would have had to leave too. I gotta leave. If I go home, I'm leaving you too.
Nah, man, but I don't think it was groupie-ish. I think what it was that he was like, you ain't finna go by yourself with Drake. But Drake is a crafty nigga. He found a way to get her along. Now she for the streets, man.
Man, I'm not mad at the guy for this, man.
I'd be salty, bro. I'd be like, damn, what the fuck? Like,
I'd be mad too, bro. Like, what am I here for? What, you know?
I mean, what did she think was gonna happen? I don't even think she signed to him. He dicked her down. He dissed her, and she may or may not be on the album. And now she don't even got a fiancé no more. So did she want it to end with him?
Huh.
You gotta one of these things. Like, why would you do this? You should be smarter than this. I mean, did he offer you a contract? Like, what was going on? I doubt he did. But damn. I mean, now this dude, I feel bad for him. She was fine too. Damn. I understand why Drake would want it. And I understand why she would want to mess with Drake. He's Drake. He's successful. And he could possibly put you on his album. He could put you on his record. He could give you a record deal.
She saw the opportunities she couldn't pass up.
But now it's over. Like, he's done.
Now you gotta face the consequences. Like, yo.
Like, he got what he wanted.
You think he was gonna get married and be the one with him for the, you know?
It's just, I don't know. I just think sometimes you gotta play it smart, man. If you're talented, and you talented, I think he would have put you on, but now it's like, I don't know, man. Yeah, but Drake has a history of doing this. One of these days, nigga gonna mess him up, man.
Yeah, it's a red flag a lot of times, messing with somebody else's girl knowingly, and hey.
I think he do it because he want to be a gangster, but he not. So he feel like messing with somebody's girl is like kind of being gangster. I think that's why he do it. Because his songs have gotten more and more violent. He's threatening to shoot people more and more in his songs. I think there's a little catchy beat. You got a little dance step to it or whatever. But still the same thing, bro. He's still threatening to kill people.
Everybody go on.
He's been threatening to kill Kanye West for like 2 years.
Yeah. Talk whack to me.
Right. So he wouldn't let Rick Ross into his VIP section. And they saying that because Rick Ross won't let him out of his contract at a time. Okay. I'm so tired of this, man. But when are we going to finally admit that Meek Mill is just a trash person? But I gotta go on this rant. This dude, Meek Mill, he is a spoiled brat. He's a selfish, spoiled brat who has no real loyalty. His loyalty is only based off of if you do everything he wants you to do the way he wants you to do it, regardless of whatever. You talk about Rick Ross, a dude who at the height of his career, 2009, 2010 was the height of Rick Ross' career. He dropped Teflon Don, which everybody, well not everybody, a lot of people still think it's his best album. He had the song for the streets. He took that popularity and that fame to put on Meek Mill, Wale, and what's the other dude name? Stally P?
Stally and what, Gunplay?
And Gunplay. Yeah. But it didn't work out as well for the other two. But for Meek and Wale, they was popping. He got on features. He promoted them. He took them everywhere. He took pictures with them. He went as hard as he could for these people. As hard as he could for them, man. And you see Meek Mill. Shoot, Meek Mill has stories about this dude coming over and doing a first film for free when he got out of prison. Meek only had, he was like, I can't give you the money as you normally used to, but I can give you this. He was about to cut him a check, or not get. He was about to give him the money right there. And Rick Ross said, nah, he did it for free. This dude that rock with you, bro. And you gonna tell me you got an attitude because he won't let you out your contract early, man? You should be more than happy to do whatever you gotta do to meet your obligations for this man. He's saying he's not even tripping off of you leaving. He just wants you to do what you promised, what you signed to do. I know what your lawyers agreed to do. That man ain't never been nothing but good to you.
I do feel like it's the other side to the we need to own our masters and get out of that and be your own label kind of a deal. So if Meek's hearing that, I could see him having that kind of attack to it. But at the same time, you are Double MG. Like, man, where would you be without him, Double MG? Like, I just don't know. And even then, we were talking about Meek, and I still don't hear the music. No music.
And we see why, because he's trying to get out of his deal without making anything, which was why. Why would you hurt the hand that fed you, man? The hand that gave you this great life. You always talked about how solid of a dude Rick Ross was, but now but Meek is a spoiled brat, bruh. You can never make him happy because you have to give everything. You can never take back. Let's go through Meek's history. He was cool with Safari. Used to ride dirt bikes with this nigga. Was real cool friends. Snitched on this dude to Nicki Minaj so that he could get Nicki. What type of stuff is that? It's the same dude that he was on a record label. Is on a record label. I don't know Wale's MMG status, but on a record label with Wale, and went ahead and got mad because Wale didn't repost his album coming out. Went off on him, called him a lame. He a loser. He not MMG. Wale, then they make up because Ross make up. Then again goes at Wale because all Wale said was, yo, when he was having that beef with Drake, I wish he would hit me up. I would have been in the studio with him. Went off on Wale again. Dude got mad at Drake because Drake didn't repost it. Drake has put you on more than anybody. He put you on songs. He gave you one of your biggest hits, Amen, at the time. You ain't have no song as hot as that playing on the radio without Drake. And you diss that dude. Meek Mill is one of those dudes that he needs 100% loyalty to everything he does, or he don't mess with you. He try to blame academics when he's the one who's taking. Why you post that picture of me taking with guns? I could have went to jail. No, nigga, why did you take that picture of you with guns? You could have went to jail. That's your responsibility.
He seems to always find it to not be about him for the reason that he's not doing okay. You know?
But he's trash. He's a trash person, and I just wish that people would recognize that. He spit at 6ix9ine, then gonna try to ease it up. He got his niggas jumping people for every reason that could potentially put them in prison or get them killed if they jump at the wrong person. He's the guy doing that. So he's just a trash person. He's a spoiled brat, and I don't like him. I don't like him. That's all I got to say about that.
Man, I think it's time to part ways, Ross. Like, why even keep this around?
And if I was Ross, I wouldn't even fuck with that nigga no more, bro. I wouldn't let him out nothing, and I wouldn't fuck with him. Nigga, put the music out and shut the fuck up. That's what I say. Little bitch, man. I hate people like that. Such selfish, dude. Any nigga can do it at the world for you, but if they don't do this one thing, then they the worst person ever. Oh, you don't care about me. Man, you trash. Go on somewhere with that bullcrap. Whew. Just pisses me off, man.
Yeah. Talk whack to
ti&tiny, man. This sexual abuse allegation thing has gone on even further. What were just allegations now have been reported to the police, and because of that, LAPD have launched an investigation looking into the abuse to see if it's true. So what do you think about that, E?
Well, back to the shot clock, but I did watch the thing, and they said they changed the law in 2017 to where you can change the allegation. Everything that happened before 2017, you can have, I guess, alleged things that go on. You can go check that. But if it happened before then,
Afterwards, so
yeah. So that was first, because I think they said this happened like 2005, which is just, man.
Yeah.
And then, like, why you jumping on people when it's that time, I guess, man. Like, and this has been going on for a while, too. Like, he's been fighting this for, I feel like we talked about this even before, too. Like,
Yeah, we
not
did.
touch anything sexual.
Uh-huh.
You know,
Yeah,
everybody was
so-
consenting adults. That's all he was getting at. And I'm sticking to it. I think he's sticking to that. I feel like he's gonna be sticking to that.
Now I feel it, man. Definitely, you know, like we said with the Charlamagne thing. Well, while that one, the investigation happened, this investigation is happening now. I think there are over 30 women who have accused him. So we'll see. There's also a man that's accusing me.
That is a high number, and it's just like so everybody's lying.
Why can't they be lying?
Hey,
Why
you're right.
can't they be lying?
What is this consent programming? It was consent now, and then later on, years later, it's not. You know, I'm not really sure how those lines get moved around.
And you know what also happens a lot of time, and this is not trying to be like blaming the victim or anything, but a lot of times you go out, you party, you drinking, you might pop some pills or something, take a little, you know, have a little good night, and not thinking in your right mind, and y'all all vibe and have a good time, and you do some stuff with these, you know, the girls, they do some stuff with the couple, you know, and then they wake up the next day like, oh my God, I can't believe I did that, and they feel a little bad, and now we in this environment where they make you feel like, well, if you didn't like that, then, you know, then you were taken advantage of without reading the whole situation. If y'all both was messed up, everybody was vibing, everybody was kicking it, and, you know, some stuff happened, and then the next day once y'all sober, it was like, oh shoot, we all agreed to do it, we was all drunk, we all was out of our right mind. But we live in a society now where, like, it's like, no, if you didn't like it, it doesn't matter, you're taking advantage of, you know, without taking any, you know, accountability for your own actions or what you decided to do. And I think that may be a case with stuff like this where we're seeing that now because so many women were like, oh, I can't believe I had sex with that guy. I was drunk. Now, if you had sex with a guy, he was drunk. He raped me, and I was drunk too. We was both having sex together. What are you talking about? It's not like that no more.
Right. Where's the consent?
Right.
You know.
Now you're like, you don't have sex with a girl that's drunk because if she wake up the next morning and you know, it used to be like on TV shows, people used to wake up like, oh my God, I can't believe I had sex with this person. I was so drunk last night. Yeah. Now that's like scary. Like, oh shoot, are you okay?
That's just the territory right now.
Not saying that's what happened with this time with those 30 girls. I'm not saying that's for sure. I'm saying that's a possibility. Also, that may not be what happened at all. Just throwing out some other things. So nobody kill me.
Do you feel this is like one of those defamation of character things, or they're just coming at T.I., Cliff Harris? Because when it got to CBS News, I'm like, wow, you know what I mean?
It's on Fox too.
That's high. It's pretty up there. Like rapper T.I. and his actual name, when they start putting the real names in, I'm like, oh man.
Clifford? Oh shoot.
Oh man.
When niggas call him Clifford, you like, oh yeah, he on another level of the news right now.
Man, I just don't like to see them in the headlines for that, you know.
Yeah, man. Now that's crazy about it. Like now he's got a man accusing him, and I think when you start getting to them territory, it's like when that fat woman accused Usher of giving her herpes. It started to get a little silly. Now it's like, all right, okay. First he was kind of taking it serious. Now it's like, is this real or y'all just trolling? Trying to get some attention or trying to get a check, which is what T.I. accused in his song. Did you listen to his song?
Yeah.
When he said like they just thought they probably thought that he was just gonna give him a check and be done with it, but he said he going with it to the end.
Hey man, I'm
Taking it
with
to
that.
try.
Stand up for yourself, speak for yourself, man, and don't just let these motherfuckers slander your name.
Yeah, for real. If you didn't do it, and if you willing to go through, I know a lot of people are willing to just settle because nobody wants to deal with court all the time. But if you willing to deal with it, and you want to make sure your name is not synonymous with, you know, taking advantage of people, you know, drugging them or whatever, you and your wife's name too, go ahead, man. But I guess for the future, maybe y'all should just, you know, make sure the woman is sober. And if y'all haven't already started that, had them signing them, whatever they call them things, you sign an agreement to, yeah, them waivers agreeing to y'all, you consent to whatever y'all did.
Yeah. Talk whack to me.
Start off, so we got to get into that mama's cooking for a minute, man. Hey,
Sprinkling that on there.
sprinkle just a little bit, you know. So Kwame Brown had Judge Joe Brown on there, Brown and Brown. And
brown.
Pretty much inside joke stuff. What I'm about to say, so pretty much Kwame Brown just sat back and let the OG spit, and Judge O'Brien had some stuff to say. So like anything in particular that he had to say in that conversation that stuck out to you?
Well, man, first I gotta just say it's nice we get into that celebrity-ish bubble. Like these guys aren't actual people, and what's one of the things Kwame's doing? He a lot of people, this is like a voice, man. He talks about stuff out here in my barbershop, and it's just really having a voice for the people right now. And even Joe Brown, I haven't really heard him talk on things like this too. So being an elder, being around it, understanding what this life is, and a little more just being able to put the wisdom down on the youngest. Like what we need from the elder, I feel like, and straighten us up as peoples. You know what I'm saying? And overall, just how we should conduct ourselves around each other. And I think that's been a big thing, and one of the things Kwame's even been on. You know, how we should be respectful of each other and stand for yourself when you get disrespected, and how should we be addressing them things, you know?
Did you hear the thing about the heterophobia thing?
Yeah.
So that one kind of hit me, right? Go for it. He was talking about like there was no word. Homophobia wasn't a word. Heterophobia was a word. Now you go and put in heterophobia, you'll get the red little line underneath there. And you put in homophobia, that had a rainbow on it. He was talking about, and pretty much that was his like whole take on like the attack on being a man, which was the promotion of homosexuality. To use that, and they even like tied that into the Breakfast Club with like, you know, the stuff, the way Charlamagne and Envy talk to each other, and like Charlamagne getting like the cast of his booty with the ball sack and giving it to DJ Envy, and then Donnell Rollins. Like it's the whole, like there was a lot of talk about like homosexuality in the sense of it was used to demasculate the man, and even more specifically the black man.
Man, these are like elephant in the room type topics,
yeah.
You know, and it's time to have a discussion about it, because it's like, I feel like we do get disrespected a lot as black men, and don't say nothing, just take it. It's what you got to. This is what it is, and we never really had that voice to be like that, you know?
Now for real, and now like a lot of people, like even if it's not about black issues, just issues that weren't able to be discussed before, there's a lot more people willing to listen. And a lot of platforms I'm seeing that were really not effective, or were speaking things that really wasn't getting major attention, are now speaking of things that are becoming major, like, you know, for instance, like Black Lives Matter stuff, or black people in general. I know he had a lot to say about the Black Lives Matter, how that's been corrupted. Judge O'Brien did. But I am happy that they got to that even Kwame Brown has his platform, and that he can speak like this and have people on there that will speak things that may not be the most popular, but at least have you thinking.
Yeah, it's definitely getting that discussion rolling. Like, I think these are things that needed to be talked about in our community, you know, as people.
Did you see the thing when he was talking about Kamala Harris was a hoe?
Oh, yeah.
She ain't black.
He had some opinions on that, too. That was just like, wow, maybe some of this we can fact check, but I don't know any, but wow, yeah. He said some shit.
Well, no, I didn't know about her being like a hoe, or like, I know people saying she wasn't black, and he kind of went into like her family history. But yeah, I've long since knew she wasn't shit for real, and I know where her agenda lies. But so, you know, I've been like not liking her, but
you got a Kamala Harris rant too, so like.
yeah. But I'm like, but he not the first person I've seen that said something about her. So I think like the love fest is kind of over. You know, we had like our moment. We had our week to be in love with her, and now people is kind of starting to realize who she really is, and all that fake smiling and stuff don't mean nothing. At the end of the day, it's about the results you can give. You know, but now, like I said, great interview from him. Yeah, he talked about a lot of stuff. Think about him, you would kind of think he ranting, but then he would tie it all together. Like he talked about the Boy Scouts and how they let, you know, openly gay men in, and how they got all these lawsuits that kind of makes them close down. Like a lot of things that he would bring it back to, you know what I'm saying? He talked about Joe Biden, how he heard Joe Biden he heard him be racist. He's like, I heard it with my own ears. Like I was listening to him talk about black people as they're monsters or hoodlums or whatever, and they destroy everything that they're around.
Jumped in the history of Charlamagne, like the actual
where
that
yeah.
came from. Like, man, just broke that down.
He said he was Hitler 10 times worse.
Whoa.
Or 500 times worse. What he said.
That's I mean.
Yeah, man. So I don't know. I think he said he has a show. I'm gonna have to check that out, bro. Judge O'Brien.
Great, and I feel like that's networking, like full like live action, right there in my face, you know.
Oh, real fast before we get off this though, the Lizzo comment, Lizzo the hippo.
In the car, yeah.
Yeah, and then talking about Cardi B as a street walking hoe. You know, I'm gonna get into that Lizzo stuff. So like, I ain't about making nobody feel bad, but you can't celebrate the wrong thing. So like, if somebody is big, then they big. I don't care. But when you try to say like that's the right way to be, that's not the right way to be. You want to be as fit and healthy as possible for yourself, not for nobody else. And so I think a lot of people are scared to say that. They're like, oh yeah, you love your weight. Oh, so they don't want to be called a fat shamer.
Yeah.
You know, but it's like at the same time, you don't want nobody unhealthy and at risk of dying because you was too scared to be mean. Sometimes people need a little tough love, but still love, but tough love. You know what I'm saying?
Back to that discernment. Like, that's one of them talks. Yeah. You gonna tell her, bro? Should I tell her? You gonna be the one?
I mean, I ain't gonna front, bro. If I go with if I'm with my woman and she getting a little, like, hey, baby, come on, we gotta make some changes. You know?
It's out of love, though.
But it's out of love.
Move out of love, you'll be okay, man. Yeah.
I'm not finna be like, you fat fuck.
Yeah, right.
Hey, but I'm gonna talk to her. And that's all you can do with somebody. But yeah, though, real good conversation. I'm definitely gonna be checking out Judge Joe Brown. We might have some more to talk about him. And what another crazy thing, a lot of stuff he was saying was connected with what Kevin Samuels was saying about how they gave all these government subsidies to the black woman, so she no longer depended on the black man and kind of shunned him because I'm self sufficient now. And so they were raising the children, and because of that, we have a few generations of men.
It was something like, why the system don't work, Joe? Or, he kind of asked that, and he kind of broke them down. Like, it was designed for X, this, and this, and then it got started to shift around. Its original purpose isn't what it's doing now,
Yeah.
So it was just good knowledge, man. Good stuff to have on record.
Good.
Talk whack to me.
So, of course, we all know Mayweather took the fight with Logan Paul, famous YouTube guy, him and his brother, getting into a little amateur boxing. I think they all that. And so, obviously for money, he wanted to go against the best in the world, and he got the best in the world, man. So, what you think about the fight, E?
Well, first off, I see this in two perspectives. For one, for the love of boxing, for the boxing people, it's like, man, just knock this guy out, right, man?
Yeah.
He's too small, whatever, man. He's such an amateur. He's not in your league, whatever. I get that from the boxing guys, but then the entertainment people, there's just the ones for that. Like, I'm just gonna do this for the money. Why not knock him out and just let him stay up or whatever? And now it's like a mythos. So I stayed however many rounds with Floyd and a potential rematch or whatever, and more matches. Like, man, I got with Floyd. Who else can I get with? Any of you hoopers? You see what I'm saying?
I mean, I see that from that point of view. Yeah, you're right. I just wanted him to knock him out because I already kind of saw a little bit of the narrative. Well, he survived. He hung in there with him. Like, no, he don't get no victory. That was an embarrassing fight, bro. He got tired in the third round. The man hunched over. Floyd just looked at him. Now he said that he didn't pick him up. I didn't see him pick him up either, but I did see him just stand there while he was hunched over.
Yeah, he got stuck.
He tired.
Got stuck.
And he said Floyd whopped him. I think they said Floyd got the most hits ever in a fight or something like that.
Yeah, first in the exhibition fight.
In the exhibition fight.
And that was the whole other thing. There's no judges. There's no, this was going to be a no contest. Man, I feel like that's how they wanted it to be.
Yeah, true. Some of those memes though about the fight was funny. People, of course, social media took to it. Everybody got their opinion. A lot of people saying the fight was boring. Did you think the fight was boring?
Well, this is what the Floyd fights usually are. I've seen many Floyd fights, and I get that same kind of reaction. Man, he just dancing, man. He ain't really trying to hit. And I guess the boxing purists, they just want the knockout artists. They want to see slug people. You know what I'm saying? They want to see them.
Yeah.
And that's just not where it is right now. I guess in this where it is.
Especially with Mayweather, that's not what he's done in his career. He gets his points, and that's how he wins his fights. And I was watching the man. I just was like, this dude is crafty. He just as fast. If he did lose a step, it wasn't that much of a step, because that man was bobbing around his head up.
Man.
See, let's see, because we watching it right now. So they say he knocks him. Okay. You know what? If that's what they talking about, they talking about that one. Oh, okay. See, I was talking about the other one where he was literally hunched over. But yeah, I do see y'all. It actually do. I mean, it looked like he put him to sleep. Like the boy's his arms are limping.
Right, with your elbow in the air, bro. Come on, man. Come on. There's some involuntary stuff. That's involuntarily folding to me.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
He's helping you stay up there, man.
Involuntary folding.
You don't wanna look like that, bro. Keep your guard up. He did not have his guard up with that one right there.
He did not have his guard up with that one. So yeah, from what we saw, he rocked him and he fell in Floyd's arms and he bent all the way over, was on the ground. Floyd had to hold him. So yeah, I don't know what he's talking about. He must have been too sleepy to remember that.
The footage don't lie, man.
And then he got his brother in the audience talking about he won. It's
I
like,
just stop that. Okay, right. All right. Say he survived or whatever, but winning,
like nah. I mean, like I said, everybody, and I was really scared that people was gonna talk about that narrative. Oh, he survived with him. But I think most people were just saying what it was, man. It was a bad fight. I didn't think that. I thought that he looked like an amateur in this against Mayweather. He got tired fast. It's one thing, when you train, but when you got that live crowd there, it take a lot of your energy out of you, man.
Just cash it in for the entertainment value.
Yeah. Talk whack to me.
Like fighting for, I guess, celebrity boxing. Yeah. Which is what Lamar Odom and Aaron Carter did. That's right, Lamar Odom and Aaron Carter. That just don't even sound right.
Very random, very random. But maybe not so random in this Logan Paul era.
Yeah, you're right. We're doing a lot of random things now. Shit, Mike Tyson came back and fought. So we're doing a lot of random stuff.
Box people.
Box people, man. What did you think about the fight, E?
Man, just watching the prelims and watching the warm-ups, they was asking who he won. I was like, I really don't want this fight. I really don't want this fight to happen. Like, I'm not even sure why this is going on. And I'm not gonna lie, it brought me back to the Aaron Carter song. That's how I beat Shaq,
Oh, yeah.
Very, very funny song. YouTube that. I was like,
yeah.
Man, Aaron, what are you doing?
He thought he really could handle these people.
This is a grown man. I guess you are too. Like a short.
It's a groaner man.
This is still an athlete. Let's just put it that box. Like, he actually is an athlete.
But you know what? I was watching it. I was impressed that Aaron was going in. He wasn't about to be back up. He wasn't scared to get in there with him. It just was like it didn't matter. It was sad.
And again, sometimes you're just a short guy, bro. And it's like Lamar was in there sagging and shit. He looked like he didn't give a fuck. Right?
Lamar's a giant though. That's not. You can't really call somebody a short guy standing next to Lamar Odom. He's a giant. But man, it was like he was like a little net, just getting all up in your face. Lamar was just like,
had to reach on him. Like couldn't even get in there for real.
Yeah, man. Now it was a weird fight. It really didn't make any sense for that. I wouldn't mind seeing Lamar Odom go again, but you gotta go against somebody. It's gotta be a fair fight, bro. You gotta get somebody a little close to your weight class. Like that was ridiculous.
Man, we're one of them like the Jonas Brothers or Justin Bieber or somebody like that. Like Aaron, that would have been somebody better for Aaron, I think.
Yeah.
Talk whack to me. It's the WACCast podcast. Yeah. Talk whack to me. Talk whack to me. Yeah. Talk whack to me. Talk whack to me. It's the WACCast podcast. Yeah. Talk whack to me. Talk whack to me. Yeah. Talk whack to me. Talk whack to me.